Protect your DNA. BioPQQ can promote formation of new mitochondria. Infowarsstore.com.
CNN's White House correspondent Jim Acosta got triggered this week, and now he's acting like a little bitch. It's been a horrific and catastrophic month for the fake news network as scandals, retractions, resignations, lawsuits, and apologies catapult the cable news network into a death spiral. And I got to admit, it's been fun to watch. First, they were caught red-handed staging a protest in London, directed by CNN reporter Becky Anderson. And then 3 of their employees were forced to resign after the network had to retract another bogus story about President Donald Trump's collusion with the Russians.
You are fake news.
Yesterday, our friends over at Project Veritas released another undercover video that shows a CNN producer admitting the network is guilty of pushing the fake Trump-Russian conspiracy theory, and they are doing it for the ratings.
Could be bullshit. I mean, it's mostly bullshit right now. Like, we don't have any big giant proof.
Then why is CNN constantly like Russia this, Russia that?
Because it's ratings.
Because it's ratings?
Our ratings are incredible right now.
Now, all this negative attention finally got under the skin of CNN's White House reporter Jim Acosta, who totally lost it when he found out that he wasn't allowed to bring his cameras into the Oval Office.
Sean, can you answer whether the president still believes the question? There's no camera on, Jim. Well, maybe we should turn the cameras on, Sean. Why don't we turn the cameras on? Why don't we turn the cameras on?
I'm sorry that you have to do. Jen, go ahead.
Why not turn the cameras on, Sean? They're in the room.
Owen Shroyer joins us now to help celebrate the ultimate destruction and demise of America's least trusted and dishonest news franchise, CNN. And I tell you what, Project Veritas, those guys, that's the gift that just keeps on giving. We got to give a big salute to those guys. And they have another video. You're going to tell us about it. This time they caught Van Jones. And what does he say about the Trump-Russian conspiracy theory?
It's a
nothing burger.
That's right. And it's Van Jones that's even been pushing that narrative for the last 6-7 months. So it's amazing. You put that up against Van Jones talking about Russia, and that's exactly what Project Veritas did. And I know that a question you had for me was, do we continue to allow CNN into the White House gaggle? Do we continue to let CNN in the Oval Office? Well, I'll leave that up to President Trump's team. Meanwhile, for us, it's just entertaining. I mean, to see CNN's Acosta breakdown like
I like watching the meltdowns.
Oh my gosh! I mean, you can't write that. That is just too rich. And when people see that, that doesn't endear CNN to anybody. That except maybe toddlers.
True. Now, tell us more about the Van Jones video, and I want to play that because I have a problem with this because it seems like they are different off camera, or when they think they're off camera. They act different than they do when they're on television.
Well, he seemed very candid when he spoke to me in Cleveland at the RNC. And as you can see in this video, he seems to be speaking pretty candid to this undercover street reporter as well.
You good? Yeah. How you been? What are you doing? What do you think's going to happen this week? I mean, with the whole Russia thing.
The Russia thing is just a big nothing burger.
Really? You don't think that...
There's nothing there you can do. The Russia thing is just a big nothing burger.
Really? You don't think that...
There's nothing there you can do.
So what's amazing, though, is that they come on air today and they pretend like nothing happened. It's just business as usual. This death blow that James O'Keefe and Project Veritas just delivered to them, oh, it didn't happen. We're just going to pretend like nothing happened here.
And that's the thing. If anybody here at Infowars, if you and I were caught off camera or outside of Infowars and somebody caught us on camera, right, in a sneak attack video, there's no way that we would contradict ourselves, right? Because what we say outside of here is what we honestly believe. It seems to me like Van Jones and others, they're different when they're off camera.
Well, I've had people actually try to sneak up to me and to try to catch me in the moment saying something.
Ambush journalism.
But the thing is, like you said, I'm real. The things I say here are the same things that I'm going to say on the street. And it really just becomes a joke because they think they're going to have some sort of a gotcha moment. And I'm just kind of laughing at them like, no, I am the person that I present myself on when I'm on the air. But it's amazing because it's just CNN is collapsing from all angles. It's not just Van Jones on the streets. In their own studio now, they're freaking out. They're pretending that business as usual is going on, nothing to see here. But even Cuomo on CNN is getting sick of the fake news narrative.
Well, first of all, one thing. I know you're not suggesting that I'm using misleading information, right? You let me know what I'm saying that's inaccurate. Because this whole fake thing needs to end, and it needs to end right now. Chris, you tell me what I'm getting wrong, or we'll deal with the numbers as the CBO puts them out.
So there you can see Cuomo saying the fake news thing needs to end right now. So, I mean, if you look at that from a reality perspective, that means that he would be out of a job and CNN wouldn't exist anymore.
Well, they're trying damage control is what they're doing. And like I said, it's been an extremely rough month for the fake news network. June 16th, CNN had to delete a tweet and issue a correction for claiming that only the Democrats were praying before the congressional baseball game. Not true. CNN senior White House correspondent Jim Acosta, well, we just were talking about him. He tweeted and then had to remove fake news about President Trump not visiting Representative Steve Scalise in the hospital. So they're constantly having to retract statements, and now they're going into full damage control. And from what I understand, internally, people are very upset as well. They're embarrassed right now, and they should be.
Well, and like you said, you've got lawsuits. You've got fake news. You've got the president saying they're fake news. You've got the reporters freaking out inside the White House gaggle. I mean, I went back and I looked at the video, the famous video where Trump stages CNN from fake news to very fake news. Yep. The entire press room is laughing. I mean, everybody is on the side that is not CNN. You know what I'm saying? It's not even about Trump.
And that was CNN. Jim Acosta then too. So.
Exactly. It was the same nut job. So it's just amazing. I think the biggest thing that the people will see from this, Darrin, is that here CNN is floundering on the deck like a fish out of water, but they're trying to tell you that they're a land mammal. And it's like, no. You're dying. You are the fake news. We don't believe you. You can't just go on air the day after Project Veritas releases multiple videos of people within CNN saying they're fake news. They're pushing a Russia narrative for ratings. It's not real. You can't then go on the air and pretend it's business as usual unless you think that little of your audience, unless you think that little of the public.
Well, and I don't think they're ever going to recover from this. And next will be MSNBC. We've got NBC, we've got the Washington Post, the New York Times. CNN's not the only fake news. However, speaking of CNN, if you are as pissed off at CNN as we are, or if you find them as fake and dishonest as Trump believes they are, then this is your chance to get even. Infowars announces the CNN fake news contest. And tell us more about that. This is pretty exciting. This is guerrilla marketing at its best.
Well, so we've had a couple of these competitions. The most recent was the CNN is ISIS contest. You get the CNN is ISIS on the mainstream news and you shout it out. You win yourself a cash prize. Now, CNN is fake news is the challenge. And there's multiple angles to this. You can look at it, Infowars.com, for more information. But the challenge is to get CNN is fake news on CNN. This is tricky because I have to say, if you look at the most recent Project Veritas video, it looks like the person that caught the undercover footage of Van Jones knew that he was going to be there. So I'm not sure if he was staking out that area or if he was planning on meeting Van Jones there or what the deal was. But that's how you do it, folks. It takes patience, it takes vigilance, and then you strike when the iron's hot. CNN is fake news competition. I'm sure that we're going to get some interesting entries.
Well, I tell you what, to me, it looks like the mainstream media, the establishment media, they are willing to do anything to take down Donald Trump. And this is basically suicide for them. Well, it's not going to work. This is why alternative news media is completely taking over. And they haven't learned from their past mistakes because it's this kind of reporting, this type of coverage that got Donald Trump elected to begin with. Nobody trusts him anymore.
Well, this is what we're going to find out real quick, Darrin, because if CNN is truly willing to do anything to bash Trump, that means they will commit suicide. This will be their final death blow. So is CNN really willing to get on the stage in front of the American public, slit their throat in the name of bashing Donald Trump? And if they do, it's only going to build up Infowars. It's only going to build up alternative media. It's only going to build up Donald Trump. And it will show the American people that CNN, mainstream television, specifically liberal news, never had news in the agenda, never had truth in the agenda, just whatever the people that ran those networks wanted.
And that's why we are proud to be part of the Infowar. Rediscover your fire with the EcoZoom Coal Rocket Camping Stove. It's easy to light, and you can cook with wood, charcoal, or any biomass fuel in a rugged and durable design. And that means big power in a portable package. The Versa cooks fast. It produces less smoke, and it's fuel efficient. No wonder the Versa is the most popular model in America. It's the ultimate stove for camping, outdoor cooking, or emergency preparedness. All it takes is a handful of sticks or charcoal. You got yourself an entire meal. Now that looks good. Go to InfoWarsStore.com for more details and see how you can become the master outdoor chef and enjoy cooking freedom with the EcoZoom Versa Outdoor Stove. Available right now at, you guessed it, InfoWarsStore.com.